Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's video. My name is Azeroth Bank, and we are going to be talking about buying and reselling auctions. First, we're going to need two add-ons, the first being Auctioneer. This just really quickly shows you what the prices are going for. It is a little bit buddy, but we'll talk about that later. The second is Addons. Addons is mainly used for just organizing your things, and you can even check your bank anywhere on your toon. So the first thing I want to talk about is buying. Now, really quick, you can see that the prices for these large opals are right around or below 4 gold, but the next one on the list is about 4.95. So I buy all the 4 golds, I reset the add-on, and you can see right off the bat that I added about a gold to the estimated price of my large opal. So I throw in a bunch of singulars, and then I throw in one large stack. And I do this because usually if someone needs a lot, they'll just buy the stack right off the bat, and if they only need one or two, they're typically going to buy the single auctions. Here's another example about how buying can make you money. As you can see, the citrine are about anywhere from 8 silver to 21 silver a piece. Now, if I have enough gold to buy all of them, I have two great benefits. The first is I get to determine the price. It's going to automatically put us to the next highest price when we reset. As you can see right there, it went from about 7 silver to 14, but that's not always the best option, and here's why. Let's say the next price is absurdly expensive. Well, we can decide how much we think that people are willing to pay for, because anything in World of Warcraft, or life for that matter, is only as valuable as what people are willing to pay for it. So I throw them in for about a gold and 25 silver, making sure to remember to put some singular stats and one large stack, just so they have some options. I made this price because I thought people would buy it. Even if I only sell one or two, I am making about 12 times as much as I would make if I had put one in there for 8 silver a pop. Now, additionally, this gives us a benefit because we bought all of the cheaper ones. So if one of those sells, or even if they don't, even if someone else puts a citrine in and undercuts us just a little bit, we have all of these citrine that we bought for 8 silver that we can now sell for whatever the new price is. So I wanted to do a little bit of math to determine if buying and reselling is worth it. The first thing we have to do is determine the average cost. So we have to find the total cost of an item. Let's take citrine, for example. We add together all of the prices and find the total cost, which is about 14 gold. Once we know the total cost, we can try to find the average cost by taking the total and dividing it by the number of citrine we bought, equating to our average cost, which is about 10.71 silver each. Now that we have the average cost, finding the potential profit is easy. We just subtract our price, 125 silver, from our average cost, and find that our potential profit is 1.14 gold each. But we can't stop there, because I don't sell every auction I put in the auction house. In fact, I sell about 40%, so we have to take that into account. You can easily do this by following this formula. Potential profit times the number of items bought, multiplied by the probability of you successfully selling your auction, which you can see me implement here. Multiplying our potential profit by the number bought, and then multiplying by the probability of me selling, creating an accurate potential earning of about 68.57 gold. Now we can move on to my favorite part, which is taking your earnings minus gold spent. Here's a little formula. Accurate potential earnings minus total cost equals total earnings. So our accurate potential earnings of 68.57 gold minus our total cost, the 14 gold we spent on the citrine in the first place, equals our actual expected profit of 54.57 gold. Now you guys are welcome to use this algorithm. It might not be the most accurate, but it will give you a good idea of what you can expect when buying and reselling any particular item in World of Warcraft. A big part of buying and reselling is knowing what the things you are selling go for typically, or what people would be willing to spend. So the more time you spend in the auction house, the better you will get at this and the more gold you will make. A great way to practice this is to take low-cost items like Malachite, Tiger's Eye, and Shadow Gem, and practice buying and reselling. Right here, I buy for around a silver each, and then I end up selling for around 3 silver each. So not only do I get all of the items I bought for the low cost of 1 silver, but I also get the opportunity to sell them for a lot more than they would be worth. Obviously, you're not going to be making insane amounts of gold with Malachite, Tiger's Eye, and Shadow Gem, but this is a great way to start, because even though this is probably the best way to make gold in World of Warcraft, it does come with a certain amount of risk, meaning you can lose out on gold if you don't know what you're doing, if there's a lapse in judgment, or if the market just doesn't do what it usually does. Now let's talk about reselling. Obviously, we have already gone over buying and selling items, but reselling, I felt the need to talk about a little bit. It's very similar to just outright selling your items, but I highly recommend that either you write down or keep log of what you purchase for the items, or you do a really good job remembering what you bought them for in the first place. Because the markets in World of Warcraft change a lot. You could buy something really cheap on a Friday, and that could be really expensive on a Tuesday, meaning you could buy something expecting to make a lot of gold, and then do quite the opposite, lose out a lot of gold. So just keeping a mental note of what you purchase things for is always a good idea, and that's just going to be another way you can make gold buying and reselling auctions in World of Warcraft. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you leave them in the comments section below. Drop a sub or a like if you enjoyed today's video or learned anything, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, Loktar Ogar.